Hello, villagers and builders of the internet. Welcome back to our sanctuary. Today, we're going to transform this simple village into an epic medieval one, filled with cozy cottages, storage houses, a temple, and even a castle. We'll be working on everything, from exteriors to interiors, paying attention to every detail. This is the first episode of a full series we'll be creating, but even if all the builds are connected, you can pick the walls you like the most and recreate them in your own world, or just take some inspiration for your own ideas. So get ready, because we're about to give this humble village a whole new life. Today we're starting with a small house. Something simple, maybe, but really beautiful. These are the materials we'll be using. This time, I picked only easy-to-find materials, because I think it's important to make a build like this for everyone playing in survival mode. In some of my previous builds, I used materials that were a bit harder to get, so this time will be much more accessible. Here are the measurements for the base. You can pause a video or take a screenshot to make sure everything lines up correctly. Okay guys, so let's get started. This time I decided to try a different technique to record the tutorial. I filmed it with a third-person camera. I'm not sure what you prefer, first-person tutorials or this new style. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll start by placing a mix of stone brick blocks, stairs and cobblestone, just like this. We'll do the same on the sides, combining them this way. I think this camera gives a bit more clarity, so I won't mention every single block placement. You can slow down the video or pause it anytime you want to make sure everything's going well. What do you think? Do you like this format, or does it feel a bit more complicated to follow? On this wall, we're going to follow a very similar process to what we did on the opposite side. Mixing the stone bricks with cobblestone and placing stairs in the middle like this. On the back side, we'll do something a little different, because here we're going to add a chimney. I'll place a few cobblestone blocks in a slightly more random pattern, and finally we'll leave a small space for the back door. Place barrels in the corners and next to the stone brick blocks, just like this. Then add spruce stairs on both sides of the barrels. We're going to repeat this same process on the front side and on the opposite wall. The only part that won't have the barrels is the back section, where we're going to build the chimney. You can see here exactly how I'm doing it. Now we'll move to the chimney area and place a few brick stairs around it. I'll fill the bottom with some dirt blocks so it doesn't look like it's floating. Finally, I'll add one last barrel and one more stair right here. Let's start working on the pillars. They go 3 blocks high above the level we already built, right on top of the stone brick blocks we placed earlier. I just repeat the same process all around the structure, making sure everything lines up nicely. Then I move onto the cobblestone walls. I fill them in like this and leave a few gaps above the stairs for the windows we'll add later. Here I realize I made a small mistake, so I replace this stone brick wall with cobblestone instead. And that's exactly how this section should look in the end. Moving on the main entrance area, I start placing cobblestone blocks like this. On this side, we'll do the same thing we did earlier on the opposite wall. Here, fill the sides with cobblestone walls, 2 blocks wide. Next, I place 2 layers of stone brick walls on top of each barrel. And right above them, I'll add a single chisel block. Also add upside down stone brick stairs on the sides of the chisel block. I repeat this all around the entire structure. On the front wall, we'll do something a little different. The stair we place in the center will face forward, while the ones on each side will be placed exactly the same way as we've done on the other walls. I made a mistake here too. Don't place that barrel. We need to put a chisel stone block there instead. Now we'll fill this gap with stone brick walls. Now place upside down stairs in the gaps we left for the windows. This way of recording makes everything a lot more dynamic. I don't know what you guys think, but personally I like this style a lot more. It just feels easier to watch, and I think it's even clearer for you to see exactly where the blocks are placed. On the back entrance, we'll do something very similar to the wall we built on the opposite side. The only difference is that here we're leaving a 3-block gap to place a door later. The stair in the center is facing forward. Now, at the main entrance, I placed stone brick walls like this. And well friends, I really have to thank you for the amazing response these tutorials have been getting lately. They've been doing surprisingly well, and honestly, we're so excited about this project. We didn't expect this to grow this fast, or that so many people would find our little world so soon. Even though not everyone subscribes, we truly want to thank you for all the support you've given us. It means a lot. You know, I feel like this project is turning into something completely different from what we usually see online. With all the AI stuff floating the internet these days, everything feels so fast and brainless sometimes, and yeah, it's very hard to compete with all that noise. For the chimney, I'm placing blocks in a slightly random pattern. If you want to follow exactly what I'm doing, you can, but it's not really necessary. What we need here is that the chimney has an interesting shape, and gradually gets thinner as it goes higher. Let's add a few stairs to complete our build. Now, going back to the main entrance, I'm adding a few more chiseled stone blocks to finish up the details. In the center, add 3 cobblestone blocks like this, another 2 at the back. Next, we'll add glass panes to the windows. Also add dark oak trapdoors between the stairs. Yeah, that's exactly why I thought no one will actually watch these videos. I mean, an hour and a half out of some random guy just building in Minecraft? That's a bit too much, right? You know, these tutorials are slow, calm, and maybe even a bit meditative. They take patience and time to enjoy. And the fact that you're still here, watching and building with us, really means the world. Alright, I'll stop rambling. Let's get back to the build. Here's where we start working on the second level. We're placing dark oak blocks right on top of the chiseled stone blocks, and between them we're adding moss blocks. For the moss blocks, place dark oak signs and trapdoors like this. At the front, add azalea leaves in the corners, dark oak signs over them, 2 upside down oak stairs, and 1 oak plank in the center. Now, on the side walls, we're going to mix some stripped oak blocks with planks. The order doesn't really matter, just place them in a random pattern. Here on the backside, repeat the same pattern we used on the front wall, the one where we placed the azalea leaves. After that, we just keep placing oak blocks like this. Here, I'm just adding a few small details, pretty much the same as on the other wall. You know, villagers, everything that's happening with online content lately feels kind of strange to me. I think it would be nice to talk about something interesting while we keep building, so let's do it. Right now I'm just working on the floor. It's a mix of stripped blocks and spruce planks, nothing too complicated to follow. Just sit back, take a break, maybe prepare some coffee and enjoy the video. And let's talk about something. Just pay attention to this part. Here I'm building 1 block lower. And like I was saying guys, don't you feel like the internet lately is just full of brain rot? I don't mean only those weird kids videos with bizarre characters. I mean everything. The thumbnails, the music, the trends. It all feels like it's been shaped by artificial intelligence somehow. I don't know if it happens to you too, but honestly, I find it really hard to enjoy anything made by AI. Sometimes it's hard to tell at first, but when you pay attention, a little attention, it becomes painfully obvious. And yeah, I swear I'm human. I'm not AI. Although, honestly, the fact that I have to say that probably makes it sound suspicious. Anyway, back to the point. I recently heard about something called the dead internet theory, and it really caught my attention. The idea that for years we built this entire digital ecosystem and somehow we've started to avoid it. For one reason or another, we've been filling that space that was meant for us, with robots. Sounds kind of crazy, right? I'm just working a little on the stairs, mixing cobblestone and stone to give a nice texture. Then I add some dark oak trapdoors on the sides. That's all for this part. Simple, but I think it looks great. Going back to what I was saying, back then we made videos for people. We shared photos so our friends could see them. We created music for others to listen to. Everything we did online was meant to be seen by someone. And now, I guess bots have become a way to give us the illusion that someone is still watching, that someone's still there, interacting with us. Imagine if the dead internet theory actually becomes real. If that beautiful, endless space we once called the internet turns into nothing but a hollow place, filled with noise, but no real voices anymore. I think this can sound both terrifying and really sad at the same time. You know, friends, the internet was once a promise of endless knowledge, its connection beyond physical distance, of meeting people and sharing ideas freely. It was supposed to be something beautiful, but in the last few years, it feels like that hope, that dream we once had for the internet, has started to fade away. Oh man, guys, that villager in the back is going crazy. Looks like he actually took my advice about making some coffee. That dude just won't stop spinning like a maniac. He's gonna wreck the calm atmosphere we had going. Maybe he got a little anxious because of everything we were talking about. Can't really blame him though. It was getting kinda deep. Alright buddy, that was enough for today. You're making me feel dizzy. Okay, he just wanted to reach the barrel. Now it all makes sense. Poor guy. We broke his legs and he just wanted to work like a beast. Time to get serious again, guys. We're starting the pillars now. They'll be 4 blocks tall. We're just adding 3 more blocks on top of the ones we already placed, so in total, there will be 4. We're not doing this on every pillar, so make sure to pay attention to which ones need to be 4 blocks high. Here at the front, these 2 pillars are a bit shorter. I think only 2 of the pillars on the side walls will be a bit taller. Pretty much all the other pillars are 4 blocks high. As you can see, I'm just finishing off the last few pillars, getting everything to the same height. It's an important step, but a really simple one. This pillar right here in the middle is going to be a bit different. These ones will be taller. It should be 6 blocks high. And on the very top block, we'll add 2 logs, 2 on each side. On the back side, we'll build another pillar just like the one at the front, 6 blocks high, keeping the symmetry of the structure. On the wall on the opposite side of the build, which is the same as the one we just built, we'll do exactly the same thing. Now we're moving to the main facade. Here we'll place 2 plank blocks right behind the Lacilia lips, 2 stripped wood blocks in the front, and a stone brick stair in the middle. Right on the stone bricks there, we'll add a small window. Just place a few glass panes there to finish it nicely. Throughout this whole section, we'll be mixing strip wood with regular planks. The order doesn't really matter, it's just to give the build a nicer texture. Once we reach the height of the pillars, we'll start closing this wall, shaping it like a small pyramid and adding a little window right in the middle. And that's how it's looking so far. Now for this wall, I'm placing a wooden stair in the middle, a glass pane on top, and that's all we need. We'll cover the rest with blocks just like earlier. Just a small detail missing back here. Let's add these 2 blocks and we're good. This side wall is almost the same as the front one. We'll follow the same pattern. Stone brick stairs in the center, 2 glass panes below, another stair on top. Then I'll close the wall. We'll add some spruce trapdoors for extra depth and finish it with lanterns. We'll do the exact same thing on this side. I actually forgot to place the trapdoors while recording, but don't worry, just make sure you add them on yours. Here at the back, we'll add 2 extra blocks on each side. Now on this wall, we'll follow the same pattern as before. The only difference is that this window will be smaller, with just 1 glass pane tall and a stair right on top. Once again, we'll move to the back side and keep adding wooden blocks just like this. This wall is basically a mirror of the one on the opposite side. It's really simple to build. So yeah, while we finish this part, let's just keep talking about all those weird, fascinating things we were mentioning before. I've mentioned the World Death Internet topic and all that, mostly because I've been watching a lot of videos about it on YouTube, and honestly, it's something that really caught my attention. It fascinates me not just for the reasons I mentioned before, but also because we're just starting this channel. We're stepping into the world of content creation for the first time, me and Giz, and we are doing it at a really strange moment. We are making long, slow-paced tutorials. Videos that don't exactly fit the style of the TikTok or a short full of flashing lights and quiet cuts. It's hard to compete with that. As humans, it's hard to keep up with everything that's being generated by AI and algorithms, because often when you want to make something slower, something that really reflects your interests, and maybe even something personal, you end up losing people's attention almost immediately. And you know, my friends, I think it's even terrifying, because the problem isn't that people can see it through a Minecraft tutorial or that they can watch a long YouTube video. The real problem is that this might be affecting your ability to focus, your ability to study, to learn new things, to do anything that takes time, patience, and discipline. Learning to play an instrument, for example, it's something that takes hours, days, months, even years of steady practice. And all these kind of things, the things that are difficult, the ones that demand effort and real attention, I'm afraid they might slowly start disappearing. I imagine a dystopian future, maybe 20 or 30 years from now, where only a few people know how to play the guitar or how to paint, simply because no one can focus long enough to learn. Pretty scary, right? And believe it or not, I think there's actually a way to connect all of this to video games, and especially to Minecraft. Because at the end of the day, Minecraft is a slow game, a simple game. Visually, it's made of blocks, limited graphics, basic textures, and sure, you can install a ton of texture packs and mods to fill it with infinite content possibilities. But at its core, it remains something very simple, very pure. And I think that's part of what it makes it special. It taps into something deeply human, our instinct to explore, to build, to create, to discover. It's a noble game, because in its own way, it teaches you patience. It helps you to build tolerance for frustration, like when you're mining and zombies attack you, or when a creeper sneaks up behind you and it blows everything up. Those moments hurt. You have to live through them. And yeah, of course, if you went exploring in real life, into a forest for example, you might fall, get hurt, or I don't know, get eaten by a bear or something. That's not going to happen in Minecraft, but you still get stressed because there are goals to achieve, small changes that demand imagination more than skill. Taking a quick pause here. This wall is important, so pay close attention to how I'm placing the blocks, since this will be our main entrance. There are just a couple of small details that make it a bit different from the other walls, but you'll see them clearly as the video goes on. Anyway, as I was saying, Minecraft doesn't hand you a story. You create it yourself. Every block you place, every direction you choose, every structure you build becomes part of your own narrative. And that's what I find so beautiful about this game. In a world that's overflowing with noise, with endless stimulation, where your brain is constantly bombarded with things you don't even choose, Minecraft gives you a blank page. And on that page, you start writing your mind, your thoughts, your ideas, your little stories. It's a game that quietly invites you to be creative. All these little thoughts and reflection I've been sharing with you, they're what led Giz and me to create this channel. There were many things that inspired us to start, but mainly it was this. We wanted to build a quiet space, a place to share creative things, beautiful things, and to make it feel comfortable and calm for you all. For us too, a small place of peace in the middle of the chaos. Oh my god, this is getting deep again. I can't believe it. Let's just stop right now, seriously. Anyway, I'm just placing some deep slate bricks and stairs along the side of the roof. The mix of these blocks, it's going to improve a lot the texture of the roof. We'll do this all around the edge of the roof, and later you'll see the shape it's going to take. But I just wanted to mention it so you don't miss this step. With all these conversations we've been having and the different camera angles I tried for this tutorial, I feel like the format has changed a lot compared to the last video. So let me know down in the comments if you're enjoying this new way of recording, or if you prefer something simpler, maybe everything in first person. And of course, if you're having fun, if you're enjoying this little moment we're sharing while we build, make sure to subscribe. That really helps us keep going, and it motivates us to keep creating more videos, more tutorials, to keep building this space together with you. Also, let me know down in the comments if you enjoy when I keep talking about random topics while we build, or if you'd rather just focus on the instructions. Maybe you'd like me to add more visual details, like showing the exact height of certain pillars, or the specific blocks used in each section, just so it's easier for you to follow along. I'd really love to know what works best for you. Or even if you prefer that we make separate videos where we just talk about interesting topics while playing, and keep the tutorials purely as tutorials. Just let me know down in the comments, I'll be reading you. At this point, the house is almost finished. We just need to add a few details and of course, roof. That part is also going to be really easy, and everything's pretty much ready. It's also important to mention that this is part of a series. It's not just a one-off video. We're going to completely transform this entire village and turn it into something much more beautiful. We'll be replacing every single default building with new ones, something more medieval, maybe a bit rustic, but definitely much better. We're also going to rework the paths, build a plaza, a church, basically everything. The goal is to create a magical world, a place that brings together everything we can build in Minecraft. Of course, you can take all of this and apply it to your own worlds, especially if you play in survival. In my case, I would love to build everything in survival mode, but honestly, because of time, it's pretty complicated. I'd need to taste the builds first, gather all the materials, and then actually build them. And right now, I just don't have enough time for all that. Maybe later on, if you guys enjoy this format, we can do another version of this series entirely in survival mode. I know a lot of people that play hardcore and create beautiful worlds, but personally I don't feel ready for that yet. Whenever I play survival, I basically just spend most of the time dying. I love this game, and as you've probably noticed, I can talk for hours about why it is amazing. But yeah, I am terrible playing it. And apparently, I'm also terrible making tutorials. Because I've been talking for ages about things that have nothing to do with the build, while I've already made a ton of progress without even explaining what I'm doing. So in this part, I'm using mud brick blocks for the roof. It's really simple and easy to follow. That's why I allowed myself to go on a little tangent earlier. Like I was saying, I'm still experimenting, trying to create a hybrid format between gameplay and tutorial, and we're just getting started. So I think there's still room for mistakes, or for weird videos like this one. I'm not sure what you prefer. If you'd rather I constantly say things like, place blocks like this, place blocks here, put the stairs there, do this, do that. Or if you enjoy when I just talk about random but hopefully interesting stuff while we build. I'll say it again. Let me know down in the comments what you think, whether you like it or not. I'll be reading everything and taking all your feedback into account. And honestly, there's a lot of ways you could be watching this video. If you're still here and not completely tired of me by now, maybe you're actually interested in what I'm saying. Or maybe you've decided to just play some music in the background. Or even muted the video and thought, dude, I'm done with you. Just shut up. And that's totally fine. At the end of the day, the fact that I'm here, a human being and not an AI, talking about whatever comes to mind, adds a bit of warmth to the video. It gives it a more personal touch. You can like it or not, and I think both ways are completely valid. Personally, I enjoy that. I like being here, rambling, saying a bunch of nonsense. And I really hope you enjoy it too. And seriously, I don't know why, but I love the sound of these blocks. And wow, this went by fast. The roof is pretty much done. And as you can see, I just mixed a few blocks with slabs and stairs, and it's super simple. Just follow the same pattern we used earlier on the corners with the deep slate blocks. It's really easy to do, and I think it turned out quite beautiful. The pattern has a nice and interesting look. And we're done. Just closing off the roof here and that's it. Now we're just going to the top of our little house. And we'll be adding a few dark oak fences and some stone walls, as you can see next. We'll repeat this same pattern with the fences and the stone walls on the other roof, and on the small one on the left. That's it, the exterior is officially done. So what do you think? I tried to keep it simple, using easy to find materials, but still make it feel cozy and beautiful. What do you think about this first village glow up? Alright guys, now for the interior, as I always say, you can really do whatever you want here. I'm just adding this part as a little extra, because maybe you want to use this house for something specific, and that's totally valid. I'm trying to balance functionality with aesthetics, so there are a few areas that are mostly decorative, but you can arrange everything however you like. And of course, if you like to build exactly the way I'm doing it, it's perfectly fine too. Just keep in mind that this part is optional. The house itself is already finished. So if you want to keep following the tutorial all the way to the end, you can copy every detail or even mix your own ideas with mine. First, something you like, keep it. If not, change it. Just take whatever works best for you. I think this part is my favorite. Here I try to build a small kitchen. As you can see, I placed the furnaces inside the chimney. On this other wall, I added some barrels like this, trying to create a kind of kitchen setup. I'm not sure how functional it actually is, but honestly, I really like how it turned out. No! I swear it wasn't me this time. He jumped on his own. Please don't report me for villager abuse. Okay, probably the most functional part of the house is over here. I think it's a great way to store plenty of materials and other stuff, although I know that for a real survival game, this space is probably not enough. And well friends, it looks like we've reached the moment to start saying goodbye. There's still a bit left to build on the second floor, but we're getting close to the end of the video. And I also want to thank you for making all the way here. Giz and I are honestly so excited about this whole project, and we've got a lot of things coming soon. The plan was to upload this video a couple weeks ago, but for one reason or another, editing took longer than expected. So we're finally sharing now. I really hope you enjoy it, and we're definitely going to continue this series and put our hearts into making more beautiful builds and videos for you. Once again, let me know down in the comments if you're enjoying this new format, but the technical side like the camera angles and all that stuff, and also the way I keep talking about some random topics while we build. I love to know what you prefer. Either way, thank you so much for your feedback, for all the support, the likes, and the kind comments. And to the few people who already subscribed, thank you for being here, for being part of this little community we're building together. And seriously, remember how at the end of the last video I said that if you subscribe to the channel, we will go personally to your house and we'll give you a cookie. I wasn't kidding, we are already hanging them out. Ask our subscribers. A bunch of them have already got theirs. You could be the next, so subscribe, 100% guaranteed, no fake. If you subscribe and you actually made to this point, of the video, comment below asking for your cookie and threaten to report us to the Villager Protection Force, since in this video you saw us breaking the legs of the villagers a little bit. That way we'll know you reached the end. Alright friends, thank you so much for staying until the end. I think that's it for today, and remember, this is your sanctuary. You can always come here to feel calm and to build a little. See you next time. Ciao!